says he did this because he said, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off. That's the first step onto moving forward. That's the first issue that God will have us consider. We must be able to see. You know, when the focus was to be the issue of emptied for the master's use, if we will be able to release what has filled us, we have a need to see beyond the visible. We have a need to see what God is holding out unto us, even though it's invisible to the naked natural eye, yet is real. These people like Abraham, were able to go forward and empty their hands of what they possessed because they saw something afar off. We will not be able to allow God to empty us so that we can carry something divine, something invisible, except we have seen what God is offering us. We must be able to see. And that's a cause for prayer, because what we are looking forward to seeing is invisible to the natural eye. So we have a need of help from God. If we are not just going to come here and, do a meeting as usual and do according to the custom of the feast, then we have a need to pray that the Lord will cause us to see. It is only as we see that we'll be able to pursue the invisible and leave what is visible, that looks real, but which is passing away. He said, they went, having seen those things afar off, and they were assured of them. We need assurance. It is lack of assurance that made somebody to, stand one leg in, one leg out. Should I take this step? Should I not take it? Maybe if I take it, I will be taking a risk, and I will put my family in a risk. Should I do this? Should I not do this? It is lack of assurance. And if God is going to help us to be able to handle what is holding forth unto us and offering us, we need assurance. And it's a matter to pray for. It takes God to give assurance. It takes God to make us to have that boldness to pursue what is invisible and leave what is visible. They were assured of them, and they embraced them. They embraced them. They embraced them. And that seems to be the core of this meeting. Emptied for the master's use. Before you could embrace something, you must have space for it, isn't it? They embraced these things. But before being able to embrace the invisible, these first two steps must have taken place. Seeing them afar off, being assured of them, embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. These are issues to take to the Lord in prayer, saying, Lord, help me. This is my own personal cry as I consider this theme. I know we have been serving God in one way or the other, but as I said, this is not our destiny. This is not where we are going to die. There is still something ahead. But if we are going to move forward, God needs to help us to see these things afar off. He needs to help us to see what is holding forth unto us. He must help us to be able to, be assured of these things and to embrace them and to